Oh, that is not Shelly. Uh-oh. That sound, is that a bell? Oh boy. Get out. Get out. Everybody run. Scram! But he Marcanus? What the heck are you doing here? What a lie. You think you can just show up in front of us like that? Like it ain't a problem? Forgive me. But I couldn't help overhearing the fascinating conversation you were having. Huh. The opportunity to gloat over your past crimes was just too good to miss, I expect. You killed President Wang. I did, but it's not something I'm inclined to gloat over. I was more interested in something you mentioned. Or someone else, should I say. Someone you're looking for, I suppose? Exactly. That's why I took a little sojourn from the penitentiary to find a certain young pup. A young pup in a rather eye-catching red raincoat. What? Wait, you know who they are? In a manner of speaking. What did you call them again? A secret mastermind? Prosecutor looks a little surprised, doesn't he, Helma? Yes, he does. The young pump I mentioned. He saved my life, you know. 12 long years ago. Whoa. My unexpected savior. As you have surmised, it was I who killed the President Wang. But that meant I, too, became an inconvenience in need of removal. The imposter president, Winter Lagarde. Winter, Lagarde, all three were keen to guarantee my silence. And if I had met my friend, the young pup, again, they might have even have succeeded. I wonder what he's doing now. So it was the president's body double who hired you? I remember his words almost as if it were yesterday. You know how many times I've nearly been killed? Not once, not twice, a bunch of times. Why do I have to take all the risks? Why am I the one they always put in danger? When I'm out there being him, people treat me like I was him. They worship me. So what's the difference? Who's to say I couldn't be just as good as him? There's a difference, of course. Even if he did look and sound exactly like him. Just because it walks and talks like a president doesn't make it a president, does it, boy? No. So he got his wish and became the boss, but couldn't quite fill his predecessor's shoes. Rook's not around. That means I'm number one. No way. Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me. Seems the king and his knight were much the same. I miss Knight, bruh. I do miss Bronco Knight. The president's double knew that his employer had a weakness, a young woman named Amelie. But in order to find her, he needed to enlist the help of locals. Locals such as Chairman Winter. Once Miss Fenn had been located, they simply need to find the right time to lay their trap. The meeting she arranged so the president could meet his son, that would have been the perfect opportunity. Indeed. And with the head of the orphanage brought into the fold, their little conspiracy was complete. We're in the guard. Now, quid pro quo. Where might I find the pup? What makes you think the boy who helped you and our mysterious string puller are the one and the same? He set a little fire that night. Out there in the yard of the orphanage. Oh, yeah, we saw that. It was some kind of prank, right? A prank? It was nothing of the sort, my dear. No, as I understand it, he had taken refuge in the igloo by the entrance. From there, he happened to see Winter and Lagarde carrying away a dead body. He also overheard them hatching a certain sordid little plot. A plot to remove me, the only other person who knew what had really happened from the picture. Thankfully, he was kind enough to come and inform me. I was waiting inside the building, you see. He also happened to mention later on that he was wearing his favorite red raincoat. In any case, he escorted me from the premises. Being a very considerate boy, thought to erase both of our footprints from the scene of the crime. Seems he had a little kerosene set aside in the igloo for just such an occasion. So he spread it liberally about the place and set himself a little fire. No way, so that's what the fire was for. Must have been ever so beautiful. Winter and Lagarde were positively enchanted. While they were distracted by that show, he took the opportunity to usher me out of a side entrance. You never answered my question. You really think he's the one behind all this? I do indeed. Don't I, Helmut? Yes, I do.
Hold it!
Again? So the two of you have met before? Yes, on a cold and lonely Christmas Eve, 18 years back. That long ago. But on that occasion, it was I who saved his life. It was snowing, more than it had in years, and cold enough that death by freezing was a real possibility. He noticed something, and bounded off through the snow. When I caught up to him, he was sniffing at a car. The doors had frozen shut. It took all the strength I had, but eventually I managed to open one. Aww. Inside, I found two young boys shivering and semi-conscious. Two? Yes, and I found them even an hour later. The poor wretches would have never made it. I took them both to a nearby orphanage. Is it me, or is there something significant about what he just told us? What is it about Candace's statement that is especially noteworthy? This was on Christmas Eve 18 years ago. You're certain of that? I am. Holy smokes! Fender, we're back! Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. You have something that shows why that date is so significant. Oh my god, we're finally using the IS-7 case, bro. That was the same day on which a certain incident occurred. The murder of a well-known sculptor. No way! The incident in the aftermath of which 2 children went missing. No, not ISIS. IS-7. The son of the victim, Artie Frost, and the son of the murderer, Carmelo Gusto. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, the little guys did go AWOL, huh? Excuse me, where's Fender? Yeah, now that you mentioned, the little guys did go AWOL, huh? Intriguing, the son of a murderer and the son of his victim. I suppose that would make sense. Sir! Okay, the second president. It would? One of the boys was bound hand and foot, you see. It must have been part of Mr. Frost's plan to stop Mr. Gusto's son from getting to the competition. That is fucked up. Indeed, because without his son Taste's creations, Mr. Gusto would have had no chance of winning. So that was what was behind it all. Sadly, neither of the boys were able to remember any such details. They weren't? No. When we met each other again on that night 12 years ago, the younger pup explained it to me. It seems that they really were on the brink of death when I found them. And the shock of the experience caused them both to lose their memories. They weren't even able to remember their names. Wow. So they wouldn't have known they were Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto's kids? If he's telling us is true, that would seem likely, yes. Which means we still don't have enough to tell us who our mastermind might be. Mr. Candace, would you mind telling us what happened next? By all means. The pup and I. The pup and I remained in contact even after I was sent to prison. But then I stopped hearing from him. I couldn't help but worry. And then people from 12 years ago started cropping up all over the place. It rather piqued my curiosity, so I thought I'd temporarily regain my freedom and look into things. People from 12 years ago. You mean Lagarde, Winter, and the president, I assume. Well, Warden Lagarde was in charge of the prison where he was an inmate this whole time, right? I fear I wasn't as kind to her as I could have been. But then she did try to have me killed. You already know why, of course. Because you murdered President Wang, but they needed the world to believe he was still alive. If somebody had exposed the president as a fake, it would have been bad for Lagarde and Chairman Winter, too. Exactly. And not only that, I happened to overhear something else intriguing that night. I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like, even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye. Who are you? Sorry, but I'm waiting for somebody. Oh, he was gonna give the toy to his son. I know you are. President Wang. I couldn't help overhearing the news. Congratulations. But please don't worry about your son. I only kill those that I employed to kill, which is in this case means you. No. Wait, this is my first chance to meet him. It might be my only chance. Please, give me just a few minutes longer. I thought he was going to beg for his life, but no. An interesting character. I told him I was not aware that he had a child. No, he said, and shook his head. Neither was I, but the world will know that I have one now. And I mean to make sure of it. I even prepared something in case the worst comes to the worst. And the son in question, it was the young gentleman with the horns here, correct? Horns? You could see them? I don't need to, my dear. I've been listening very carefully, you see. And for longer than you may realize. So the president meant to tell the whole world about Sean and prepared something in case of the worst. But it's not enough simply to have Candace's word on the matter. Of course. We have something that proves what he's telling us the president said is true, the will. A will everybody knew about. He entrusted it to my family to show his beliefs in us, after all. The name in the recording, the preparations he had made in his will. With those 3 pieces of information, I was able to convince Warden Lagarde to do anything I asked. The information at his disposal, he could have exposed the truth of the body double at any time. And Sean's true identity with it. President Wang was more agile than I expected. He blocked my first knife thrust with something soft. By the time the piece had broken off, hit the snow. My next strike, oh shit, hit its mark. So it was Candace who tore the horn off the Taurosaurus doll. I was the only one present to hear his final words. The only one who knew about the truth, his son. Well, me and that poor pup.
Hold it!
So you're able to continue communicating with him and from prison? I was, via a post office box. What's that? It's a means of exchanging mail without revealing one's own address. I never knew where he was. I wasn't able to slip out and track him down. I was being kept under rather strict supervision, you see. By Warden Lagarde, no doubt. What were the two of you even communicating about? We were playing correspondence chess, of course. That and griping about our respective lots in life. Correspondence chess. Couldn't you used to play that with... As unlikely as it may seem, Mr. Candace's chess opponent was Mr. Knight. Yeah, it was Mr. Knight. We found the diagram of the game in his cell, too. So does that mean Knight had something to do with all that IS-7 business? Wait, could that be it? Do we have any evidence that might connect Knight to the IS-7 incident?
Take that!
This is everything Knight left behind. This is everything Knight left behind. Could there be a clue in here somewhere? A ring and a chess set. Which one should we look at more closely? The ring? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Fender, take a closer look at it if you would. That design. That's Paul Halik's trademark. Mark! Indeed. Looks like somebody turned the stamp he used to sign his work with into a ring. Why would Knight have been carrying it? Why was it not with the rest of the evidence from the IS-7 incident? I tried to release Frost's personal effects to his next of kin after the case wound down. But if I remember rightly, old Frosty boy didn't have any family aside from his kid. The kid was missing, so never got to hand it back to him. Not till later, anyhow. I heard on the grapevine that they found him in the end and gave him the goods. Including the seal, it would seem. Which he turned into a ring and wore until his own death. So we're saying Mr. Knight was Mr. Frost's son? The cops didn't mess around with stuff like that. They would have made sure before handing it over. And we were looking for somebody connected to the IS-7 incident who played correspondence chess, right? Wait, so our secret string puller is Bronco Knight?
Objection!
Knight is dead. How could he possibly be involved in our current case? Far out. So our only candidate for genius mastermind is a guy who already kicked a bucket? That's impossible. How can a dead guy be behind all this? It is a little perplexing, but then who else could it be?
Objection!
You said that you wrote all of your letters in Braille, is that correct? I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Prosecutor, but you do know about my condition, don't you? That's odd, because the chess diagram we found in Knight's cell didn't contain any Braille at all. Really? But surely that's impossible. How so, exactly? Maybe someone typed Mr. Candace's letters out on purpose? Mean there may have been some sort of intermediary between the two of them? So then... Mr. Candace says he wrote his letters in Braille, and yet the letter received by Mr. Knight contained no Braille at all. This suggests that there must be a third party who typed Mr. Candace's letter out. Guess it could have been who. I guess it could have worked the same way on the flip side too, right? Whoever it was could have taken nice letters and turned them back into Braille. Oh shit, that last one was Bender, my fault. They could indeed. Letter from Can't retyped by the mastermind. I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. Mr. Canis, the answer you received. They were written in Braille too, yes. So, some mysterious middle person really was retyping the Bronxter's missives. And that same person might well be our secret string puller. Wait, you're trying to say there's another hidden mastermind behind this whole thing? So who's this new one? Rocco Knight, son of Artie Frost, is already dead. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for? Carmelo Gusto's son. But who is he and where is he? If Knight was Frost's son, Gusto's son would have to be. Oh boy. Known him since we were kids, when both of us were all alone. He doesn't have any family, you see, just like me. Him, but surely not. What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? You're white as a sheet. Of course, it all makes sense. I know exactly who our so-called mastermind is. Who? You have to tell us. I can hardly believe it, but... Say, what the hell? It's somebody who we know rather well. Oh my god. This moron? This moron? What? You know, I didn't think about it. It makes sense because he was always at the prison. Oh, he would do the prison shows. Maybe that's why he... Oh my fucking god, bro. I personally would have never would have guessed. I never would have guessed. Oh my god. It has to be the person behind all this. Raymond Shields, well, like Eddie Fander. The person who forced Chairman Winter's hand by sending the letter to Rosie Ringer. The person who kidnapped Sean and bugged Kay and myself. Was this moron? The person who did the strangest thing of all. Who drugged Kay and carried her up to the roof of the big building. Oh my god. It was the monster. What? Did you really just say what I thought you did? Yes, the monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind. Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right, the Berry Big Circus is the biggest and most fabulous event in town. You have oodles of fun. Thank you, Jet. You have a great night, homie. I appreciate you, homie. Oh my god. Miss Lloyd, could I ask you a favor? Who? Little old me? Why are you still here? What kind of favor? You told us you recorded the sound of Taurosaurus breathing fire. Wow. I never would have guessed. Sure did. Like I said, I didn't precisely see the guy, but boy, did I hear him. Can we listen to the tape? You surely can. Let's see now. That's it. That sound. It must be what I think it is. My theory has to be correct. The truth about the monster, the identity of the person behind all this. It's all falling into place. You saw a giant eye at the window of the storeroom, did you not? Yep. Snap me a picture of it, too. Even if you can't rightly see it too well. Can't see it right now, but... Detective Gumshoe! Oh my god. Everybody's going to play. Everybody! Everybody at once! Your image analyzer. Can we borrow it again? Sure, but what do you want to look at, sir? This photograph right here. Gotcha, I'm on that. Clues we're looking for must be here. We just have to find it.
Eureka!
That's... See? I done told you Taurosaurus' own dang self. Yes, there it is at last. The monster commanded by the architect of this whole scheme. Man Ray! You're finally ready to admit it that he's danged well real, the big bad bull himself?
Objection!
No, because that isn't Taurosaurus at all. It's the eye of a different giant beast entirely. Take a look at this if you would. The very big circus flyer. Oh, wait, look. You see it? The enormous lion ball? The lion balloon? That's the real monster. And the son of Miss Lloyd thought was the creature breathing fire? Ah, come on. You really gonna bring me crashing down to Earth like that? That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air? They do. And our culprit was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up to the roof of the big building without ever going near the elevator. Wow. So this culprit, they've got something to do with the circus? Circus worker, friend of the Bronxster, son of Gusto. Whoa, 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 whoa! You're not serious! Come on, Fender. You forgot to mention trainee animal tamer. It's hard to believe. That's so crazy, dog. Like, he's the one who's been pulling the strings this whole time. Technically, the monkey has, since he's pulling him. That's right, Simeon Saint is the one behind all of this. Simeon? Everything. Really? I don't believe you. We trusted him, and he trusted us. You can't tell me that was all lies. That would be too horrible. I'm sorry, Kay. Who was that? Hey, where do you think you're going, old man? Nothing escapes you, does it, young pup? My congratulations, Mr. Edgeworth. But now that I know the truth, my business here is done. What? No, Mr. Candace, wait. Oh! Damn it, he disappeared. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't worry, I'm fine. But, oh, are you all right, Sean? He killed my dad. He did, right? There's no easy way to say it, but sorry, Sean. It would appear that he did. He won't get away with it. I'll make him pay. Somehow. Some way. I'll...
Overruled.
No, Sean, you mustn't say such things. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to forgive us both. I just put the call out, sir. All units are on the lookout for Mr. Candace. I don't mean to hurry everybody, but we better be on our way, too. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, where do you think we'll find our mastermind? I suppose you're right. We should go after the mastermind right now. He said he had to practice for the show, which I guess means he'll probably be at the circus. But before we leave, there's something I'd like to ask of you, Agent Lang. There is? What? Once a beast has been sighted, the next step is to plan its capture. When we arrive, there's something we'll need to try and find as a matter of priority. Detective, I'd like you to look into something that's been bothering me about Sean's kidnapping. Yes, sir. I want to help too, Mr. Edgeworth. Good. There's somebody I'd like you to try and contact. If Saint really is our mastermind, we're going to need this person's help. Regina? Between our many encounters, I've never suspected a thing, even though he was right there in front of me. Oh, not this fuck-ass sign, too. Oh, hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you guys come to watch the show? Hello, Miss Barry, Mr. Saint. You're a little early, I'm afraid. We're still practicing. But I'm glad you kept your promise. Yes, I remember you giving me this. That's so great. You're gonna have so much fun. I think you'll even be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh. I think you've surprised me enough for one day already. Oh, shit. What are you talking about? Would you mind looking at this photograph, Miss Barry? That's the eye painted on the balloon you use when you advertise the circus, correct? Oh, yeah. What is this exactly? I have a strong suspicion that the balloon was used by the criminal we've been looking for. You do? Who's usually in charge of the balloon, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that would be Simeon. Wait, you don't mean... Back to jail you go, head ass. Mr. Saint, you took the balloon out late the other night, didn't you? Sure, I was practicing. I'm still pretty bad at flying it, so I need to put in some extra hours. At night? When it would have been even more difficult than usual? A strange time to decide to practice. But why else would I have taken the balloon out? What are you saying? Now you're a damn murderer. And a mastermind. That you weren't practicing at all. You were taking an unconscious K to the top of the big building in order to frame her for the murder of Rosie Ringer. The security cameras never recorded Kay taking the elevator up to the roof, which means she must have gotten there another way, from the sky. And the only person able to make that happen would have been you. But, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't understand. That's not all you did. You did a whole lot other, Buster. You ain't slick. You also attacked Sean at the garbage disposal area, drugged him, and carried him away. That's why you were late for the hearing at the courthouse, wasn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I do any of those things? It's Simeon. Please, you have to believe me. I never, ever, ever do anything like that. I wish I could believe you, but I can't. Any trust I had you has been completely destroyed. That's horrible. Why would you say that? You told me back at the jail you said you believed I was innocent. This is just awful. I never thought you'd lie to me. We didn't lie. I swear, Simeon, you said you knew it was like to be me? I trusted you. That hurts, Kay. It hurts so much. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. This is Simeon we're talking about. He's not a bad person.
Objection!
I see it now. That's your strategy, is it? Isn't it, with everybody? Why is my objection button not working? You root out their psychological weakness and exploit them. Without even realizing it, they wind up doing exactly what you want them to. Exactly the behavior one would expect from the manipulator behind all of our recent troubles. I was too blind to see it before, but you won't fool me again. Simeon Saint, you are guilty of crimes too numerous to mention. Oh, so that's how you want to play it, huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You always didn't have the courage of your convictions, I guess. Luckily, grinding people's self-belief into dust is kind of a hobby of mine. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn. Well done, all of you. Well, this is certainly a side of him we haven't seen before. So much for the trainee animal tamer who wouldn't hurt a fly. Guess that was all an act. But I'm glad we finally getting to meet the real you. Simeon, this can't be true, can it? Truth, lies, what does it matter? Huh? All you need to do is... Oh my god, that is a crazy face. All you need to know is that Mr. Edgeworth here has made me very mad indeed. And now he's going to pay. Ooh, this is a cool background. I was just out practicing. Sure, I went up in the balloon a couple of nights ago, but I was just practicing. I guess somebody took that picture when I flew by the big building. I flew around the area during promo stuff for the circus all the time. Nothing to see here, Miles. Nothing at all. Up in the balloon reasonably often? Yeah, promoting the circus like I said. Is that true, Miss Berry? Well, it's true that it's Simeon's job to go up in the balloon and spread the word. I guess it's just about everybody in the area would have had to see him up there by now. Well, that same balloon was used in the commission of a crime. Nonsense. I just happened to be in the area when it happened. Somebody took a picture when I was floating past the big building, that's all. I'll be the judge of whether you just happen to be nearby, thank you very much.
Objection!
Bonk, bonk. This truck wouldn't happen to be blue, by any chance. Huh? So what if it is? We happened to see a blue truck ourselves just today, one with a large basket loaded on the back. If that was the truck you told us about, then your statement about it not having been moved in 2 days is a lie. Oh, Emma! Agent Lang, Emma! Let's go. There you are, Mr. Edgeworth, at last. Been trying to find you ever since we wrapped up the case yesterday. Kay sent me a message saying you were here, so I came right away. I found what you happened to go look for. It was loaded on a truck in the parking lot out back, a blue truck. Damn, Edgeworth. One step ahead of the game, huh? Well, well. I think that truck might be the one we saw earlier today, in fact. I'm almost certain of it.
Objection.
Ooh! That was kind of spicy. What, just because it's blue, like a million other trucks? What makes you so sure it's the exact same one? No, I saw it too. It's the same one for sure.
Objection.
Huh? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? That wasn't me. Worthless are the words of a man who can't back up his claims with evidence. Wow, you sound just like him. Nah, what? He can make the squirrels juggle themselves. True. Why'd you have the truck dusted for fingerprints? Huh? Why would you want to do that? Because I expect to find a certain very specific set of prints. And if I do that, that will prove beyond all doubt that it's the truck we saw in front of the big building. Whose prints will prove it was the truck we saw? Yours? You think you're gonna find your own prints on there? I do, because I put my hand on your truck when I saw it in the front of the big building. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Emma, could you lend us your scientific skills one more time? That's why I'm here. One moment, please. That confirms it. It's Mr. Edgeworth's print, all right. And with that, another lie is exposed. No, not the bunnies. So what were you doing in the truck? Oh, just driving around for fun, you know?
Objection.
Kay was abducted 2 nights ago. Your balloon was sighted nearby. Then today, another abduction, this time involving a truck supposedly used to transport garbage. And your truck was sighted nearby.
Objection.
Objection. Coincidence? Nothing more. You want me to believe that you were near the scene of 2 separate abductions simply by chance? Just be honest, you were involved in both. What makes you think they were even connected?
Objection.
The only thing I can think of is the... Oh, they're easy.
Take that.
Kay was drugged with a dose of a powerful sedative. And a bottle of... And a bottle of sedative was found right where Sean was being held captive. The very same brand, no less.
Objection.
Huh. I knew you'd try something like this. So the same sedative was used, so what? Does that mean everything's connected? You all know as well as I do, that doesn't prove anything for sure. We must have something. It must be a piece of evidence that could tie both crimes. Cops, prosecutors, you, Miles, you're all the same at the end of the day. You force the evidence to fit the crime, or you flat out make it up, just as long as somebody goes to jail. You're no different from a certain other evidence tamperer we've had the misfortune of meeting.
Objection.
No, I'm nothing like him.
Objection.
Then show me. Hit me with your killer piece of evidence. You must have one, right? Ugh, it's no use. You don't have anything that can tie him directly to both kidnappings. Okay, you about done there, Miles? No more cheap shots left to fire. Great. We'll have to show you to be rehearsing. We'll have a show to be rehearsing for, so if you don't mind.
Objection.
Fender! Hey, come on now, you two. There's no need to get all hot under the collar. Wouldn't you want your good looks running down your face now, would we, Simeon, old pal? What are you sticking your nose in for? Hey, I just sensed the vibe getting a little harsh and heavy, yeah? I thought I ought to lighten the mood. Help me out here, Kay. Lift our spirits with a little dose of the old great thief magic. For the people that haven't been here, Fender, he is my favorite character so far. You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, let me see. So I can do Simeon's voice. Here it goes. Objection. What are you? Take this seriously, will you? Thought you could do with somebody running a little interference for you, Miles. Not the most ethical approach, I know, but again. We can worry about whether or not this is the right thing to do later. This is my last chance to try to prove a connection between Mr. Saint and his crimes. Let's forget the kidnapping for now. Is there anything else that suggests that he is our mastermind? Alright, that's enough. This is getting painful. You don't have anything, and I have to practice for the show. So if you don't mind...
Objection!
Thank you, Mr. Fender. I can take it from here. And I can't take any more of your interventions. Ooh, just look at that face. I like it. Miles Reno's back in the game for sure. I'm Simeon, the funny clown. Look at me, I'm, juggling. Okay, you can stop now. Mr. Saint, you're a fan of chess, I take it? Huh? Where'd that come from? Chess? Sure. I don't hate it. My secret string puller was playing correspondence chess with Mr. Canis.
Objection!
Objection! I thought Bronco was the one playing chess with Canis. You're saying he was your so-called mastermind?
Objection!
No, it wasn't him. Whoever it was, went on manipulating events even after Knight's death. Take a look at this letter, if you would. What do you think could have written it? I believe it was the person who had inserted themselves between Mr. Canis and Knight. And you think that person was me? Why would I go to all that trouble? That's crazy. To make it appear that the two men were connected and communicating directly with one another. The very fact that led Fifi Lagarde to murder him. What? You're saying that he set that up to try and get Mr. Knight killed?
Objection!
Listen to yourself. What do you think I am? Some kind of evil puppet master? Yes, exactly. Not nail on the head. You've seen me. I can barely even get the animals to do what I want. All right. You say so. Found one of the letters he passed between Knight and Canis. That would prove the connections beyond a doubt. I'd like to have your room searched. I believe we might find...
Objection!
Letters? You won't. Trust me. What? Once I'm done with something, I put it straight in the trash. Guess I'm not a sentimental type. I get hung up on the past, right? Gah. Must have disposed of any incriminating items in order to cover his tracks. Guess he went in without the evidence you needed once again, huh? That's a bad habit, you know. This doesn't prove anything either. We're falling short yet again. What do we do now? Are we out of options? You accuse me of betraying my friend. You don't even have any proof. You're despicable. Oh, shit. Who was that? Oh, hi. Miss Barry? What does she want? Sorry, it's just I was thinking about what you were saying and this Knight person. You mean Bronco, right? Simeon's friend? Yes, what of it? Does she know something? A letter came from him this morning. For Simeon. What? What did you... How is that possible? Knight is dead. Miss Barry, we need to see this letter right away. Sure. Here you go. Let's open it, shall we? So here's my next move. On to G6. Can anybody else smell checkmate? Can't wait to see your face when you lose. But you were never going to beat me, not at chess. It's another correspondence chess letter. The next move from the game with Mr. Canis. Anybody else smell checkmate? Can't wait to see your face when you lose. But you were never going to beat me, not at chess. Postmarked the 26th of March. The day before Knight died. I guess it must have gotten held up en route. Well, we do move around a lot as part of being a traveling circus. Our mail arrives late all the time. Interesting that it's addressed directly to you, Mr. Saint. Ah, this is it, isn't it? The proof we needed that you were one of facilitating Mr. Canis and Knight's games. One of the letters you would have transcribed into Braille in order to create the illusion that they were somehow connected. Curse you, Bronco, you're still getting in my way even now? I hate you, I hate you! What did Bronco do? Simeon, how could you? Mr. Knight was your only friend. Huh, you weren't friends. I stopped thinking he was my friend 18 years ago. Right around the time of the IS-7 incident, in other words. I nearly froze to death because of him. I was just about to head out and meet my dad at the contest, but then Bronco showed up. He pinned me down and tied me up. He was crying the whole time, whining on and on. I'm sorry, but my dad says I have to do this. And if I don't do what he says, he's so scary. Damn. Stop it, Bronco, stop it. I have to go meet my dad, I promise. If I'm not there to taste his candy for him, he'll be so upset. He needs me. If I don't go, he won't be able to show everybody he's the best in the world. Ugh, it's sad because, yeah, Bronco betrayed him, and then his father doesn't even give a fuck about him. But no, he locked me in that car with him, and the two of us nearly died. He thought he could get out, but when he tried, the door was frozen shut. We were trapped. And that's how he lost my dad. What? You lost your dad? Yeah, Bronco's dad killed mine. He was the son of a murderer. What does he mean? That doesn't match up with what we know at all. Simeon, the victim of the IS-7 incident, was a guy named Artie Frost. Yeah, that was my dad's name. My memories got kind of scrambled that day. What little I remember was pretty mixed up. So I didn't find out until later that my dad was murdered. He has his story mixed up. The murderer was a man named Carmelo Gusto, a confectioner. Really? Never knew Bronco's father's name. Maybe I chose not to remember. Ugh, just thinking about the sicko that killed my dad turns my stomach. Mr. Saint, are you sure you didn't know the name of the murderer until just now? Do you think I'd sit on it if I did? No, I'd have reported him to the police straight away. All I knew was that Bronco's dad tricked my dad. And that's how I knew my dad was the one who was killed that day. Bronco was a traitor. He helped his father murder mine. He was the son of a cold-blooded killer. He deserved to die. Damn.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Mr. Saint, but you've made a mistake. A big one. A mistake? What do you mean? Artie Frost was a sculptor. He'd been working in France not long before the murder. So under the name Paul Halik. So I hear, but I don't remember anything about that. I wish I could. Well, I'm afraid it's only natural that you know, because he wasn't your father. Huh? Is this your idea of a joke? Well, it's not funny, not at all. You're right, it's not. But you need to know the uncomfortable truth. This piece of evidence proves that you're not Artie Frost's son.
Take that!
Huh? Bronco's chess set in a ring? Yes, take a look at the ring for me if you would. What does the engraving on it tell you? It's 2 letters, right? It is. This is the seal with which Paul Halik used to mark his words. And it was found next to Artie Frost's body 18 years ago. But why would Bronco have a memento of my father? The police looked for Frost's son for a long time, and eventually they found him. The ring was handed over to the man they were able to prove was his child, Bronco Knight. What? But that's not... That would mean I was... Precisely. That you are, in fact, the son of Carmelo Gusto. Oh, that can't be. I'm... My dad was... I remember, don't I? Oh... Bronco tied me up and locked me in that car. It was his fault I lost my dad. He deserved to die, didn't he? No way. So I get to see your circus thing even though I'm in jail? Oh shit. We're looking forward to the next move in our little chess game. So the show is just the icing on top. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I will. And hey, come back soon, okay? I'll be mulling over my next move in the meantime. Oh, speaking of which, I put a little something in your chess set. You can take a look at it later. A little something. No idea what that might be, but thanks. If you hadn't detained me 18 years ago, it wouldn't have to end like this. Huh? Did you say something? Me? Oh, it was nothing. Wow. Wow. Goodbye, Bronco, and farewell. I did all of that, and now you're telling me that it was my father who killed Broncos? Then what was all of this for? I didn't want to wind up dead, too. I didn't want to be weak and vulnerable. That's why I try to be like Canis, why I stayed in touch with him all these years. You want to try and be like an assassin, huh? And there we have it, the truth at last. Mr. Saint, you were Mr. Candace's correspondence chess partner. And you were the one manipulating events this whole time. You're right, it was me. It was me all along. At last, he's finally telling the truth. I was the one who witnessed the murder 12 years ago. We knew that already. The president's assassination, just as we thought. Which means he's the one who drew the picture. And they knew it too. That's why the guard kept questioning me day in and day out. It got so I couldn't face what I knew the next day would bring. I was a nervous wreck. Who could blame me for wanting to get out of there? But I imagine it wasn't as easy as simply running away. Winter would have sent his men after you. No matter where I went, they were on me. They never stopped coming, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I couldn't sleep at night. Even the smallest noise had me chase at shadows. It drove me crazy. So I joined the circus. At least that way, moving from place to place was part of the job. My whole life I've been up against the chief prosecutor and the warden of a prison. No regular person could hope to stand up to people like that. From the time I was a child, I had nobody. But they weren't even the worst of it. The body double was behind it all, controlling everything. He may have been a fake, but he was the president of an entire country. What hope did I have? There's only one person I could turn to, Canis, the man who saved my life. He was like Bronco. He wasn't like Bronco. He really did want to help me. That's quite a claim. Strange to think our famously ruthless assassin winning the admiration of the child he saved. He showed me how to stop being a victim, to stop being hunted. To become a hunter myself. And they all became my prey. That's crazy. But I doubt even you imagine that the body double would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No, I sure didn't. As long as Winter was around, no evidence was ever going to stand. He even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. The guard almost got away with it again. But I know him now like the back of my hand. I could see exactly how it was going to go all go down. So he saw right through their plan. Excuse me. How Chairman Winter would try to suppress the evidence and warn the guard's trial. I see, and that's why you kidnapped Sean, correct? You wanted to force a guilty verdict regardless of the presence of evidence or the rule of the law.
Objection!
Objection! Maybe I did. But how else was I going to make them pay for what happened 12 years ago? Whatever helps you sleep at night. But Winter pulled one less surprise, didn't he? He tried to kidnap Sean himself in the hope of influencing the verdict. In other words, you chose the same exact course of action as the man you so fervently claimed to hate.
Objection!
That's only if I'd actually kidnapped anyone at all. But I'd never do anything so wicked. Never, ever. Me? Commit a crime? No. Besides, I don't hate the three of them. If anything, I'm grateful. If they hadn't done what they did, my revenge wouldn't have been nearly as fun. He is crazy.
Objection!
So you admit it. Your motive in all this was nothing more than revenge? Sure, I admit it. So what? Oh, excuse me. I despised every single one of them. But here's the kicker. I didn't kill anybody. The most you could blame me for is writing the old letter here and there. A quick note to Ringer to tell her about Winter. Another to him so he knew about her. But the fact that they wanted to kill each other and one of them succeeded, that was all on them. So you take no responsibility for the fact that your actions resulted in multiple murders? Right. Same thing at Gourd Lake. People are much easier to control than animals, you know. The whole fake assassination plot, I handed that to Bronco on a plate. That was part of his plan, too? So Rook's murder was...
Objection!
No. That was all Bronco's idea. Nothing had to do with me at all. Still, it moved things in the right direction, wouldn't you say? Isn't fate a crazy thing? You can't talk like that about a murder. Setting Lagarde up was easy, too. I just made it seem like Knight and Canis were in contact with each other. They slipped the chisel inside the chess set. So it was you who put it in there. Yes, it was. I thought it might point everybody nicely in Canis' direction. Worked out pretty well, even if I do say so myself. Who knew that would be all it took to make that awful woman murder poor Bronco? I guess she got to where she just saw enemies everywhere she looked. I know the feelings. The smallest thing can send your paranoia into overdrive, and then things get ugly quick. I had a front row seat for the whole show. You were the last piece to be put in play, of course. Who? Me? You saw both cases and finally brought down Winter and Lagarde. I guess you could say your powers of deduction were the weapon that put an end to them both.
Objection!
I didn't solve those cases for your sake. Sure, you didn't know you were doing me a favor. You were just playing at being an attorney for a little while, right? What did you say? All you had to do was cower and say no, 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 no a few times. You rode to my rescue like the hero you are. Was getting arrested part of your plan too? No, that wasn't something I expected, I have to admit. I never thought they'd take the chisel from the murder weapon. That was a real plot twist. Made my blood run cold for sure. But then who should come through with the turnabout to end all turnabouts? The greatest legal mind of his generation, my knight in shining armor. Wow. But it felt pretty good saving me like that, huh? You ought to thank me, you know. I don't do that for many people. You're wrong. He wasn't planning on being an attorney. He was trying to help you because helping people is what Mr. Edgeworth does. He helped me right when I needed it most. Okay. Aw, did he? You're sure he wasn't just trying on his dear departed daddy's shoes for size? No, that's not what he was doing. Come on, K-Master. Don't let this clown get you down. He's projecting, plain and simple. Painting other folks with his own grubby brush. It's not just that he doesn't trust other people, that the poor kid doesn't even understand the concept. Doing something for somebody else's sake? Forget about it. He'll never understand. You think I care about what you have to say about me? Consider this for a second. I've got my revenge on everybody I set out to get it from, and yet you can't prove I incited anything. Think about it. I never actually did anything. What's my crime exactly? Explain it to me. You think you can pin an incitement charge on me? Read my letters. I don't mention murder anywhere. If I did, maybe you have a case. Maybe you could say I encouraged them. Well, it's the same story as always, I'm afraid. You can't prove I did anything at all. That's not true. You kidnapped me. Sorry, but did I miss the part where you proved that? All I ever did was admitted to sending letters. You. Letters which didn't threaten, coerce, or encourage anybody to do anything. I just passed on what you might call pertinent information. God, he's a slippery one, I'll give him that. It's gotta be something we could do. What about this? Excitement stuff he's been talking about. Incitement, okay? It means to encourage or direct another person to commit a crime. In the eyes of the law, it's seen as equivalent to committing the crime itself. So you just need to prove that he told them to do it. You say that like it's going to be easy. Guess maybe you're not so big on due process after all. Think you make me carry the can for murders I had nothing to do with? Think again. I don't even have to talk to you if I don't want to. In fact, why am I still talking to you?
Not so fast!
I can think of one reason. The tent is surrounded. There's nowhere left to run. Really? You don't think I planned my escape too? Oh shit. I train all of these vicious wild beasts to attack on command, for example. All I have to do is say the word, then sidle off stage in the chaos. What? You wouldn't. I'm just spitballing, but you'd pay to see that, wouldn't you? I could just as easily take Sean hostage with the gun I may or may not have in my pocket. Yeah, you know what? That would make for a killer show. You will do no such thing. It's hard to know what lengths he might actually be prepared to go. Knowing what we know about him already, we have to prepare for the worst. Fine, I'll humor you. Once the curtain goes up on this little performance, it better be a lively one. Bore me and we're done, alright? Let's see if you can keep me entertained, shall we? God, he's not gonna give me an inch. There must be something we could do. Can't let his crimes go unpunished.
Objection!
Oh my fucking god. Tabby Lloyd! I'm afraid you're wrong. I have proof that you meant for at least one murder to happen. Because you said so yourself. I said that? Weird. I don't remember. I know you think you can worm your way out of everything, but this time you're wrong. I am. Yes, because of our conversation was being recorded by somebody intercepting the signal from the very listening device you planted. It was? You got your conversation with the clown here on tape? That's what you're trying to tell us? No. Lang Shi says, a schemer's schemes will swallow him in the end. Miss Lloyd, could you play us the tape? Can you play us the tape, please? You bet I can. Got it. It was this part right here. Mr. Redgeworth, that's Judge Gavel's cell phone. I was surprised as... Huh? That's weird. Is something wrong, Miss Lloyd? I'll say. Seems we may be, didn't quite catch the next part on tape. What? Why? How could it not be on there? Wow. Aw, poor babies. You think I'd leave myself wide open like that? Well, think again. There's something a little special about that bug, you see. It can be turned on and off remotely. What? I never knew they made... Wait, wow. I never knew they make those. Remote control bugs, sure, they exist, but... So you switch it off to avoid being recorded? Bingo!
Objection!
But how? You would have had to know you were being recorded in the first place.
Objection!
And I did, of course I did. It was so obvious that someone was eavesdropping, and that's because... Miss Lloyd, was it? You knew about the kid prosecutor kidnapping without any prompting. No. You heard that whole conversation? I indeed did, old pal, but I must say, I thought you would have figured it out all much sooner. Aren't you supposed to be a genius prosecutor? Now, where were we again? Oh yeah, at the part where if you couldn't prove incitement, it was game over. Ah, well. Ugh. Aw, shucks. So my tape ain't gonna be no use to nobody after all. Come on, I must have recorded something you can use. If only that were true. Let's go, Fender. Hey, K-Meister. Yeah? The old bugaroo who was hitting your pin that whole time, right? That shake anything loose from the old brain tree? I don't know. Give me a sec to think. You're the only one who's been directly in contact with him before.
Objection!
So sad, relying on the flawed evidence. Desperately trying to make it stick. Well, that's quite enough of that for now. Next topic, please. Huh? Trying to steer us away from our current line on inquiry. Kay had one-to-one encounter with him only recently. What if the sound from that point in time had been recorded? Miss Lloyd, how long were you recording the interference from that bug for? Started about, let's see now, 2 nights back? In which case, during which time frame would we be likely to find Mr. Saint's voice on the tape? Mr. Saint abducted Kay and took her up to the roof of the big building 2 nights ago. What if there was a recording from around that time? Miss Lloyd, quickly play us any tape you have from the night before last. Huh? Oh, sure thing. But that's the sound of the balloon. Indeed it is. And around that time, I imagine Mr. Singh would have been transporting you in it. Which means he can't have been too far away from you, or the bug. Is there anything else on the recording, I wonder? Said you're a goner, you're a goner. Hugh O'Connor! Bang! Chang. Wait, that noise. That was a gunshot. Zzz, bzz. You turned the bug off then too, it seems. Unluckily for you, you were a little too late in doing so. There's no escaping it now. That gunshot ties you directly to the case. The fact tabloid really just helped us. Wow, bruh. Huh? What are you talking about? Nobody ever mentioned a gun. He's wrong. Somebody involved with this case discharged a firearm. I just need to remember who it was and present a piece of evidence that proves it. I know. Ooh, I know.
Take that!
It's written right here in the president's autopsy report. Traces of gunshot residue were detected on his hand. And where was Kay when the gunshot was recorded? That's right, she was in the balloon being taken by you to the top of the big building. However, the roof wasn't as deserted as you needed it to be. Yes, I was there with the president. Wait, how long after we started talking? He noticed something and told me to leave. Oh, and if a gunshot rang out shortly after that, don't tell me you didn't hear it yourself, Mr. Saint. Not when it sounds crystal clear in this recording. You're just going to pretend to ignore me? What else do you expect me to do when you keep spouting your weird theories?
Not so fast.
We didn't just hear a gunshot on that tape. If you listen carefully, you can hear that the bullet hit something too. Could the president have been aiming at Mr. Saint? Where would the bullet have struck?
Take that.
I think the president was firing at the balloon. And if he was, what we heard on that tape could have been the bullet hitting the basket. Dink donk. Let's take a good look and see, shall we? A hole with a bullet stuck in it. With a bullet hole in the bottom of the basket. I call that pretty conclusive proof. Well, Mr. Saint, how do you explain not just the sound of the tape, but the accompanying bullet hole? You see everything, don't you? It's pretty impressive, I have to admit. Just shut up and confess, will ya? I doubt there's anything I could hide from you if we really wanted to find it. All right. No need to get cranky. So Kay was that close to dying, for real. I'll admit, I flew the balloon up to the roof, but when I arrived, Judge Bell and the president were already there. That came as a surprise, I have to say. Only the president noticed me, and he made the good judge leave right away. Then he pointed his gun at me and fired. But why was he trying to shoot down the balloon? Oh, that's simple enough. When I arrived, he was just about to murder your friend, the judge here. Me? Yeah, you. You told him about Sean. What did you think would happen? Why do you think he would meet you in the first place? He thought you were going to expose him as an imposter. Because she knew the truth about Sean's parentage? He was afraid. Huh, afraid. Yeah, you could say that. The man was a total coward. He really was. Doughy motherfucker, Doug. His hands were shaky so much when he tried to get rid of me, he couldn't even shoot straight. So you see, I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was an innocent bystander.
Hold it.
You're lucky that the bullet only struck the bottom of the basket. Yeah, I tried to get out of there the second he pulled out that gun. I couldn't have my balloon going pop. It was a close run thing. So you left right then and there? Of course I did. He was shooting at me. Are you saying there was a problem with that? Is that president a problem? Oh, well, hey, there you go, Jiro. In the end, you managed to leave Kate there up on the rooftop. Which means you didn't actually have to leave the vicinity, did you? Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you the next part. After he shot me, he escaped through the hatch to the 51st floor. I hung around a little longer to make sure the coast was clear, and then I landed on the roof. Would you mind appending that statement to your testimony?
Objection.
You're lying to us again. I am. The president never entered the storeroom the night before the last. Miss Hart testified to that fact. What? And you believe the word of a 2-bit hack over mine? I beg your gosh darn pardon. Say that about Chief again, I dare you. I'll wipe that smile off your face, right off your stupid clown face. So we know Hart was camped out in the 51st floor that entire evening. But if our fake president didn't escape through there, then how the heck did he get off the roof? An excellent question, and one that I hope to provide an answer to next. We know that he didn't leave via the elevator, so neither that nor the hatch are possibilities. Which leaves only one possible way of escaping that rooftop.
Take that.
He flew. He flew? Yes, in Mr. Saint's balloon.
Objection.
Objection. Whoa. Quit fooling around, will ya? Why in the world would I give that guy a lift in my balloon?
Objection.
There was a security camera on the elevator, and Miss Hart was on the 51st floor the whole time. There's no other way he could have left that rooftop.
Objection.
You know what the circus is all about? making the audience think you're in danger, giving them a thrill. But it's time to bring this act to an end. I'm not in danger here, even if you think I am. What do you mean? Watch and learn. Miss Hart, can I ask you something? You were keeping guard on the 51st floor the whole time, right? Never even blinking for a moment? You bet your big toe I was. I done said as much in my testimony.
Objection.
Huh. So the noise, the sound of Miles' faithful assistant falling through the hatch. That didn't scare you so badly that you fainted? If I did, ain't a girl in the world don't get caught a little unawares sometimes. Sorry, Miles, but that's what you get for putting your faith in these people.
Objection.
Doesn't matter. Kay cannot fall down the hatch until after the president left the roof.
Objection.
Are you sure about that? I'm gonna offer a little counter theory. The coward fake president fired his gun at me. Then he hid in the shadows until after your friend fell down that hatch. So what if he did? What would that mean?
Objection.
Oh my god, he used our objection. Come now, surely you can see what I'm insinuating here. It's elementary. The president had hid until after Miss Hart fainted. He could have passed right through the 51st floor undetected. No. Huh. And there we have it. Your little theory about the secret storeroom falls apart. Did he have to do that to me in my own voice? Damn. That's right. Oh, and another thing. I might have let Sean's identity slip out to our pal, the president, while he was hiding in the shadows. That's why he went to set and try and murder him the next day, only to wind up being killed himself. That's right. It was Sean who murdered the body double.
Objection.
What possible reason could the boy have for doing so?
Objection.
Oh, a pretty good one. He already knew he was the president's son. And how did you discover that exactly? Because I told him in one of my trademark letters. What? He's lying. Oh, you bet I am. Huh? Or am I? Maybe I did tell him. And maybe I didn't. Well, Shawnee boy, which is it? It was my fault the Taurosaurus head fell off that roof. I admitted that much already. But I didn't find out about my dad until today, I swear. Huh. Well. I knew about the falling head thanks to the bug. Well, who knew it was you who made it fall? And the president died from being crushed, was it? Alright, well that's confirmed at least. You were the murderer. Congrats on getting your revenge. That ties everything up pretty neatly, wouldn't you say? Although I guess you'd say something more like, so the pieces fall into place at last. Well, counter my unassailable logic if you can. Damn. The murder of the so-called president. You know my MO buyout, right? I'm hands-off kind of guy. I just like to pull a few strings here and there. Quercus Alba could never. True. This is so much better than Quercus Alba. That was the case with Bronco with Chairman Winter. So what makes you think I'd let that fake president set foot on my balloon? Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by that model monster head. Who said old Taurosaurus not gonna fall in, It all makes perfect sense. That's how our imposter wound up dead, no doubt about it. What was the motive behind the murder? The little truth I shared, just like I said. Get it? The truth? That thing you're so fond of? That's what caused the murder here, not me. No, that's not possible. Well, is there a detective in the house? Somebody arrest that boy. Can't help noticing rushing to slap on the handcuffs. What's the matter? Curse you. Just as I thought. Admit it. You're all the same. You, Winter, that idiot phony president. You want the real culprit to go free so you can railroad me into a jail cell, don't you? That's the justice you all claim to love so much. You only love it when you get twisted to suit your needs.
Overruled.
No, that's not true.
Objection.
Huh. Well, if you're not going to make the move, guess I'll have to step outside and speak to an officer myself. Once I tell them the kid here's a murderer, maybe they'll finally do something.
Objection.
We're not done with your testimony yet, Mr. Saint. How did I know you'd make some excuse for stalling even longer? But you still don't have any proof, do you? Or any chance of winning this? Tell me I'm wrong. And yet you still want to prolong the agony? Well, as long as you know what you're doing. Damn. Yeah, he's not holding back. What? Did you forget that little Shawnee's life is on the line, too? Oh, let's go, Fender. Hey, Miles Reno, take a deep breath, would you? Take a deep breath for me, would you? Why would I do that, Fender? Because it's times like these you need to kick back, take stock, and be grateful for what you have. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles, remember? Aw. The way in which the president made escape is what you and Laughing Boy can't agree on. So how about this for a little thought experiment? What if it's not about whether the big guy in the purple jacket got on that balloon or not? But rather, under what conditions would Simeon have been cool with letting him get on board? Oh. Turnabout and thinking. Did Fender? No way, wait. Gregory! Aw, forgive the interruption. Just my 2 cents worth. Or your old man's, I guess I should say. Aw. I fucking love Fender, Doug. Maybe Gregory's techniques can still prove useful in this crazy modern era. He's right. Under what circumstances could the body double have been allowed on that balloon? He was a physically imposing man. What's more, he was carrying a gun. Could he have been drugged? No. There were no traces of sedators found during his autopsy. In which case, surely not. Are you about ready to continue, Miles? And don't forget, this is what you were playing for. Ugh. It's going to be tricky. I'll have to tear his testimony down one statement at a time. Get his ass. Get his ass.
Objection!
Bonk, bonk. Sean didn't kill the president. Yeah, this game likes the balloon. This game really likes the balloon. The president was crushed by a monster. What? Did you really just say that? You? Oh, I get it. He's the kid who can communicate with giant beasts, right? Did he use his special powers? The only person in communing with monsters was you. Sorry, but you must have me mixed up with somebody else. No monster pals here, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Why the false modesty? You're very close with at least one such creature. In fact, you can make this particular monster do exactly as you command. It was you who killed the president, Mr. Saint, and I can prove it. But what? You're talking about the lion balloon? Yes, a quivering mockery of a monster filled with hot air. But a monster nonetheless. Not entirely unlike Mr. Saint himself. Sorry, you lost me. What are you trying to say exactly?
Objection!
You seem very keen to stick to your story about having manipulated Sean and the president. But no matter how true you may have wanted it to be, that was nothing more than a desperate lie. Even the most skilled animal tamer can't make the dead do his bidding. And the president was dead long before that roof, having been killed by your balloon. Oop. I get it. That thing may look lighter than air, but it weighs a few hundred pounds, right? When the president attacked you from the roof, you had to think quickly in order to protect yourself. The method you chose, laying the balloon right on top of him. You needed to let him ride on that balloon, and he didn't need to coerce you into talking to him. Because what you took away was his dead body.
Objection!
Wait a minute now, Miles. If what you're saying is true, the president would have been killed 2 nights ago. Which would mean the time of death recorded in the autopsy was wrong. What? Wow, you're really losing your touch. Look again. It's written right there. Time of death, April 5th at approximately 11 p.m., clear as day. Yeah. April 5th, that was yesterday. Which means... What an insane murder weapon. Exactly, it means he died when the Taurosaurus head fell off that roof. Alright, Sean, it's time to be honest with the dog. You know it's the right thing to do. You killed your daddy, didn't you? You hated him, didn't you? We get it. Who wouldn't? He just left you. What kind of father would do that? No, that's not what happened. I already told you. I didn't know who he was until today. Oh, but you did know, because I told you myself. Ah, can my theory really have been so wide off the mark? I want to thank you once again, Miles. You hounded Winter and Lagarde until their crimes were finally exposed. By ruining them both, you helped me get my revenge. Gotta love those powers of deduction. Time of death matched up everything else would fit. So, Could he possibly have cheated the time of death somehow? Keep him frozen somewhere. Oh, what was the other guy's name again? Carmelo Gusto? You even ran him down for me. That was some great work you did there. Of course, Gusto. The IS-7 incident. He kept him in that freezer? He killed Frost and froze his body in order to conceal it. I wish I could have been there to see his downfall, too. How can you say that? He was your father. So scary. Mrs. Lagarde just keeps asking and asking about what happened that day. Where are you, Dad? When are you coming to get me? Please, I need you to come take me away. Is it because I broke my promise? Because I didn't show up in time to help you taste your work? He was no father. He left me all on my own. What kind of person would do that? We may have shared the same blood, but that's it. Father? What a joke.
Objection!
May not want to hear this, but... Mr. Saint, but you share the more than blood. Hate him all you like, but you're more like your father than you know. Yeah, Gusto was a piece of shit. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Fate can be strange sometimes, but this was no coincidence. You and your father were the same, even in the methods you chose. You deliberately threw off the time of death just as he did. You needed to keep the body cool somewhere, and you also needed somewhere to keep Sean. Who knew the two were connected? You're talking about the kidnapping again. Why are we bringing that up now? Because much as you may wish we had forgotten, we know that you kept Sean in the refrigeration unit. The same refrigeration unit in which you kept the president's body. Just as your father froze the body you were trying to conceal 18 years ago. What? You're saying I'm the same as him? The same as the animal who abandoned me? A sad irony, but an undeniable truth nonetheless.
Objection!
Shut up! I'm nothing like him. I can never be like him. He's nothing to do with me. We're nothing alike.
Objection!
Hey, objection! Sorry, kiddo, but I think it's pretty clear that you and old Gusto had more than a little more in common. You even told us you didn't like the sweet stuff way back when we first met, right? I love that shrug, bro. If that's not a product of your daddy's issues, I don't know what is. You don't understand. You may have tried to disown your father, but he lives on in everything you do. You think the same way. Damn. Damn, bro. Damn. And you're every bit as prepared as he was to sacrifice others in order to protect yourself. Your crimes were even exposed in the same manner. You couldn't be more similar. Oh, shit. Not his music. Or should I say? I don't know anything about a refrigeration unit. And the kidnapping? Nothing to do with me?
Objection!
Nonsense. You did it so you can blackmail Judge Gavelle. We know for a fact you were involved.
Objection!
You're a real danger to be around. You know that, Miles? What aren't you going to accuse me of? But it changes nothing. You still don't have any proof, or incitement, or kidnapping of anything. Oh, of incitement, of kidnapping, of anything. Oh, wait. Are you planning on maybe fabricating some? Taking a leaf out of the old Winter playbook? Never. I would never do that. God, can't let myself rise to the provocation. What was the line? No matter what happens, we must find the truth? Something like that? Huh. But only when the truth suits you, huh? That's how the law keeps people down, isn't it? I wanted to get my revenge myself. I got away with it. I got away with it all. The guard, Winter, and now you. None of you can touch me. This is bad, Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't there anything we can do? Everything points to this man being our culprit. But we need evidence, even just one piece. All right, it's been fun. But it's time we brought this little show to an end, don't you think? Stick around for the main event, though, won't you? I'll even let you in for the free if you finally admit defeat. Damn. Oh, yeah, he's going crazy. Okay, who is it? Who is it? Who was that? Yes! Yes! Gumshoe! 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 Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Gummy, where have you been? I've been doing my job, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, do you have anything to report? I had them look into a few things real quick, sir, about the refrigeration unit where the kid was kept. Let's go, Gumshoe. It was registered too. The Berry Big Circus, just like you said. Oh my God. Gumshoe with the save, bro. I miss Gumshoe. There it is, just in the nick of time. Excellent work, Detective. Well, Mr. Saint? Must be some kind of mistake. Oh, the circus need a refrigeration unit. A bad question, I suppose. But we're no experts on the circus trade. Perhaps we could ask your department manager for her thoughts on the matter. Well, Miss Berry? We do hire a unit to store all the food for the animals. I don't know where it is. I'll leave all that to Simeon. He's so good at that kind of thing. Ooh. You fool! Simeon, you're scaring me. Such a shame. A rushing to find a solution after the fact so often leads to mistakes. You knew that if the body was found in the unit, the suspicion would fall on you. So you panicked and moved into the grounds of the big building instead. Gah. You were counting on Sean being found in the unit when you kidnapped him. You weren't counting on Sean being found in the unit when you kidnapped him. If only you known you were up against a great thief and a greater detective. Oh, you called him a greater detective? And you call Kay a great thief, bro? I'm gonna cry. Is everything all right? You look a little pale. Oh boy. Don't think you've won just yet, Miles. Take a screenshot. I think I took one. I think I took one. I think I did. I think I did. I don't know if I did. I think I did. You're missing proof for the most important part of your little theory. Yep. Perhaps you can enlighten us. You don't have any evidence that I crushed the presidential figure with that balloon. And I know you don't, because there isn't any. I'm afraid there is.
Take that!
Have mercy on my soul, dog. Analysis of the balloon basket should turn up the evidence we need. The balloon again? You already have your bullet hole. What else do you expect to find? We expect to find plenty of action. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? If there is truth to be found, then he'll find it. He's a hero of justice. He sure is. We'll find something for sure. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of way tighter spots than this one. What they say, we believe in you, Miles Reno. Oh, look at everybody. Look at everybody, bruh. Give him a hug. And so does your pop. He's looking down on you right now. I know he is. Oh, Fender's gonna make me cry, dog. Oh, Gregory. Oh, God. Just stay calm and see this through to the end, Miles Edgeworth. Perfect victory is only moments away. The president's body double was killed by the balloon. Traces of certain substance will prove that. You, Simeon Saint, will pay for your crimes at last. I'm looking forward to this time. Time to wrap up the mysteries of past and present once and for all. I gotta do this one more time. I had to do it one more time, bro. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, deal the final blow to this unforgivably wicked man. This last piece of evidence will prove your guilt beyond a doubt.
Take that!
When Sean found the president's body, he also found a bouquet of lion lilies. Lion lilies? Symbol of the connection between parent and child, a popular flower back in Zhengfa. That's your proof? A bunch of flowers that will be rotting at the dump by now? A bunch of flowers that Sean threw away? So much for your beautiful symbol of parental connection. This game is a game about parents. True. It's got nothing to do with any of this. Ignore him, Sean. You threw those flowers away, that much is true. But the bond they represented remains as strong as it ever was. The president held on to them until the last, an act which provided us with our final piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about? The flowers Sean disposed of had been squashed flat. They must have been crushed by the balloon. If we examine the basket for traces of lion lily pollen, what do you think we might find? No. You don't need to do that. You looked over the basket just now. Anyway, if there was a pollen stuck to it, you would have seen it. Those flowers are bright yellow.
Objection!
Not all evidence is visible to the naked eye, Mr. Saint. Huh? Emma! Yeah? I'd like to call on your scientific skills once again, if you don't mind. Leave it to me. All right. Let's take a look at this balloon basket, shall we? Ah, I've got something. Bright yellow pollen, just like you said. If it's from the same flowers, it shouldn't take more than another quick test to prove it. What? Fucking Miles, bro, the GOAT. And there we have it. You murdered the president, and this murder you carried out yourself. No, how could this? No, you crushed the president with that balloon. Then you lowered his body into the basket, took him to the refrigeration unit. But why? Why go to the trouble of removing the body? Because he knew another incident was scheduled to occur that same evening. Oh, Rosie Ringer's murder. Exactly. If he had left the body there, it would have interfered with his other plans. I get it, and he couldn't leave the body in the refrigeration unit for too long either, right? Indeed not. So I'll return to the big building to drop the body off again the following night. He must have observed the fire Sean caused in the Tartosaurus head falling as a result. That's what gave me the idea, wasn't it? To frame Sean for the murder. He made it seem as the falling head was what killed him so that my son would take the blame. Despicable coward. In order to achieve your aim, you lowered the president's body from the balloon to the lot below. While he was dangling from the rope you used, it was caught on Sean's rehearsal tape. No, how did you see through it all? How? Damn. You manipulated people, and you manipulated this case just as you manipulated animals on the stage. You thought you were all powerful. But your reign is at an end. The animals look like they're mad with you, Simeon. Even Money and Azia. Oh, the elephant. Crush him! Crush him! They thought you were their friend, but you're not. They're sad and mad all at the same time. Oh my God. Stop it! Stop looking at me like that! Perhaps they will, when you finally stop clowning around. You're not cut out for comedy. Your tale is destined to end with a whimper. Don't get away from me. Get away from me! Leave me alone! Dad, where are you? I'm so scared. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing. I'm not the bad one. They are. Why, Bronco? Why'd you stop me from going to see my dad? If only none of them did what they did, I wouldn't have had to... Oh. Couldn't trust the police. I couldn't trust anybody. I was all alone with nobody to help me. Except for the assassin, which is crazy. But that man, he helped me. Candace was the only one who ever helped me. So what if I used people I had to? Is that so wrong? No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Damn. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh my God, he's getting beaten up by a bunch of animals. Oh my God. Damn. Seems the game is up at last. Oh my God, Shelly. I forgot about Shelly. The killer! Oh my God, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Mr. Edgeworth, may I be the first to congratulate you. You have unmasked the person behind this entire sorry affair. Now I am free to... No! Guns are so clumsy, don't you find? I don't have a gun. Please, not only are you carrying one, you were just about to draw it. You must have stolen it from the president after murdering him. This gentleman betrayed a bond of trust. He knew the so-called president was an imposter, and yet he employed me to kill him nonetheless. There is nothing more dangerous for an assassin than to be lied to about the nature of one's target. If one does not know what cards one's opponent is holding, one can be very unpleasantly surprised. That was not your true crime. No. Think you could deceive me, manipulate me. That is the crime for which you are about to pay. No! Oh my God. Oh wait, this is so badass. You! Oh my God. Oh my God, two assassins. This is badass. It's been a while, the killer. Step aside, Candace. That man is my target. I would probably ask that you call off this particular job. He'll pay for his crimes, but in prison, not at the end of your blade. Oh my god, this is such a fire picture, dog. And if I refuse, let's just say that I might not take the loss of one life that I ever saved too well. You save a life? Would he harm a Canis, the blind butcher himself? Preposterous, I know. But yes, I who have taken so many lives once chose to preserve one, that of an innocent young pup. And he is in turn saved mine. Something of a bond formed between us. Laugh all you like, I know I would. But I would respectfully request that you spare him. As one professional to another, I ask that you let this particular target live. Very well. The boy must mean a lot to you. Damn, that was intense. Spells fear loud and clear. Thank you. I am in your debt. You need not thank me. I simply see little point in the two of us killing one another. Now then, I bid you all good day. No, get back here! And that is the last we will ever see of the killer. Oh, thanks going after him. You have my thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. This young pup needs to be shown the error of his ways. And you have done just that. Alright, I suppose we better be getting back. Our ironclad enclosure awaits. Doesn't it, Helmut? Yes, it does. Aww. Oh, hello. You killed my dad, didn't you, old man? I will not lie, I did. My victims deserve to be remembered at the very least. Ah, but I sense a great hatred for me from you, horned pup, in that case. Sean, no! You must not falter, little one. Here, you may use my knife. Oh my god. No way Sean kills him. Take it, and cut my throat. One sure slice is all it takes. I was growing rather tired of carving my little statues anyway. I want revenge. I want it so badly. Sean, don't do it! Please, Sean! I beg of you! At least, I did until just now. I would have done anything to make you pay, no matter how long it took. Oh, but you should make those who have wronged you pay. It'll make you feel so good, trust me. All the pain, all the suffering, it all goes away. It drowns it all out, numbs it. Who are you to talk? Maybe it does. Listening to you, I thought maybe that's what I wanted. Sean. But it's not just about me. Say I get my revenge. How does that help anybody else? If I become a murderer, my mom suffers 10 times more than I ever would. And so would all the people I work with. They're counting on me, and they worry about me. Thoughtful words indeed, little one. Yeah? Well, I get it now. I won't ever forgive you. But I shouldn't be the one who gets to punish you. That's what these guys are for. My mom, the prosecutor, people like that. Sean. He's sadly speaking from direct experience, yeah. Wow. You may be young, Sean, but you're way wiser than I'll ever be. That's for sure, Kay. Could at least consider trying to better yourself, Kay? Very well. Then I suppose we'll be on our way. With me, young pup. On our way? To where? Where else? To the prison. Our home. Our home? Oh. And with that, the case came to an end. A case that had dragged so many people into its orbit. But as for me, there was one last thing I had to do. Get your prosecutor's badge back and give this back to Kay. Thank you. Get the badge back, buddy. Get the badge back. Oh. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. What's the big idea, big guy? Want to tell us what we're doing here? Oh, he called them all here. Mr. Edgeworth. Your request has been processed and approved. Huh? Your what now? I've asked for my prosecutor's badge to be reinstated. Still can't believe you did that for me. A great man once said, an attorney's job is to be a friend to the friendless. And to trust his clients to show them the way to the truth. That man's image will be forever burned into my memory. My father in the courtroom. Fighting for those who could not fight for themselves. Good old Gregory. But that was his path. Your path. Mine lies elsewhere. Mr. Edgeworth. My path is that of the prosecutor. It always was. Hell, and I guess that's that. I'm sorry. No. I dig it. And besides, I can tell by the look in your eye that your mind's made up. It is. Alright then. Looks like our work together is diddly done. Just don't come crying to old Eddie if you change your mind. This club's now closed to new members. Now I never get to see Fender again. I understand. Hey, Milester. Care to tell me why at least? How come you're so dead set on popping the old prosecutor's hat back on? You once asked me something, Fender. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you, only one you can answer. I've been thinking about that question ever since. About how I mean to live my life. And now that this case is over, I think I finally know the answer. I'm going to help people as a prosecutor. But can't you do that also as an attorney? Look at it this way. Simeon Saint was also a victim of sorts. He lost his only parent all those years ago. And with him, his ability to believe in just words in a just world. I know how that feels. To lose somebody so important to you. To lose faith in everything. To doubt everything and be utterly alone. To fight and fight and fight. All I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. But I was lucky. Somebody was kind enough to save me from myself. Come on, please. Do it. Do it. No! Oh, my. I'll do it for us, bro. I'll do it for us. I'll do it for us. I'll do it again. I hate everything, dog. Mr. Saint had nobody. He had no faith in the law. He felt that seeking revenge himself was the only option. I doubt even you imagine that the body double would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. The system works. Simeon wouldn't have been a criminal. Yeah, he got boned on many occasions. I want to help people like him. How do you plan to do that? If he had been able to rely upon the law, none of this would have happened. Chairman Winter made a mockery of justice, and in doing so, drove Mr. Saint away from seeking it. The law is only as good as its practitioners. It can be a shield that keeps the people safe from harm or sword wielded to wound them. Despite us not getting this game tilled out. True. Tell me, how could he have lived in peace? He couldn't. Yeah, Simeon really had a bad... He had a worse go at it, because, like, like, the law and everything, bro. You could say that again. Yep, it's what we folks in the trade like to call a legal contradiction. The law is far from perfect. But one cannot solve such contradictions in the law without engaging with it. I don't think an attorney could have saved Mr. Saint. But a prosecutor? A custodian of the law? I think perhaps they could have. Yeah, if the prosecutor wasn't Winter. Take out my badge again and confront those contradictions at every turn. Barry Mazzarino. I like it. You know, it won't be easy breezy though, right? Fighting the law itself? That's lawyering on hard mode. I understand that. But somebody has to do it. Oh, I don't doubt that. If it has to be anybody, it should be you. Laws are like people, I guess. They both gotta grow and change, adapt or perish, am I right? You're going to smash this, I just know it. After all, you're Gregory's boy through and through. Fuck it. Like, how can you not love Fender? If there's one thing that man did not know how to do, it's give up. Eyes on the prize and straight on till sunset. That was his motto. You know what? I saw that same determination on your face the second you mentioned taking up Prosecutorian again. You know what's really grown and changed? Hate to be a great big cheese ball, but you. I only wish your dad was here to see it. He'd be proud as all get out. Fender, thank you. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if you're ready to begin, we can get the ceremony underway. Please. By the power vested in me by the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, I, Verity Gavel, do hereby, in the sight of the Almighty Goddess, reinstate Miles Edgeworth as a servant of the law. Yay! All right, you're a prosecutor again. Yay! Best news I've heard all week, sir. Gumshoe, bruh. You're the hero, Gumshoe. Hell, Mr. Prosecutor, I got a scoop. Your pops is going to want to know that his kid just signed up for the opposition a second time. Thank you again, Fender, for everything. No, Fender, don't leave. Fender, don't leave. Don't thank me yet. The next time you see me, it could be across a courtroom. Don't. And this face is a whole lot less roguishly charming when it's not on your side of the aisle. I would relish the opportunity to face an attorney trained by my father. I hope the day comes very soon. Oh, stop, bro. Alrighty. Fender out. Don't go! No! Welcome back into the fold, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you, Judge Gavel. I owe you more than I could say. You do? You strove to right the wrongs of the committee from the inside. That must have been a lonely battle indeed. Not at all. I was never truly alone. That's right! You had the Goddess of Justice on your side. Thank you for teaching me that it's possible to fight in such a way. The contradictions within the committee are like those within the legal system itself. If we aren't able to overcome them, the real truth will forever evade us. I have you to thank for teaching me that and for setting me on this path. I hereby swear to confront the contradictions that afflict the law and to overcome them. And I thank you for the commitment to that cause, as does the Almighty Goddess. I truly believe that such efforts are necessary in order for the law to grow and improve. I'll look forward to seeing you in the courtroom again soon. As will I. You did not see the best of me when last I oversaw a trial. Next time I will be different. I will show you what it means to serve justice with true impartiality. Judge Gavel, I don't mean to call your motivation into question. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? But, to my mind, the ideal judge is not wholly impartial. The ideal judge is human. Even in the courtroom, they laugh, they cry, they rage, they smile. And then when it's all said and done, they pass down a judgment based on the very humanity. I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but perfection isn't always the loftiest of ideals, and it's certainly not the only thing to strive for. Forgive me. This is my opinion. Nothing more. You are right, of course. There are other ways. I thank you for sharing your insights. Mr. Edgeworth, there was another reason I was never truly alone during my long struggle against Chairman Winter. Of course, Sean! This clipping gave me more courage than words can express. Simply having it near gave me hope. No matter how hard things get, no matter how formidable one's opponent, when we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going no matter how hard the road ahead. Mistakes have been made, but we must fix them, for Sean's sake more than anyone's. Like the mistakes made in the incident in which his father died. So you see, there's something more important even to me than the words of the goddess. Though it may anger her to hear me say such things. So that was your secret weapon all along, the strength of your bond with your son. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps I should not strive for an unachievable perfection. I must grow. As a servant of the law, and as a mother. That I believe above all else. I see. It seems that we both have plenty still to learn. Indeed. We are neither of us perfect yet. Let's continue along our chosen paths, and continue to grow as we tread them, until we meet again. I will look forward to that day. May the goddess watch over you as you embark upon the next step of your journey. Aww. The little trio, bro. Not this. Oh my god, they're gonna change the music on me. No. Oh shit. Oh shit. I lost the title of prosecutor, and in doing so, I have a new way forward, a new path of justice, and I'm determined to follow that path until it finally leads me to the truth. No matter how hard it might be, no matter what obstacles might arise. Woe betide for anybody. Jesus, forever who. I can't read it fast enough!
Objection!
Let's go! W objection. I couldn't read it fast enough, but objection! Woo! Oh, shit. What a game, bro. So, Chief, what kind of scoop we looking to land ourselves next, huh? Did I teach you nothing, knucklehead? We're journalists, dang it. These are our stock and trade, our bread and butter. You don't just hand that stuff over. You not even to your danged apprentice. Sorry, Chief. Guess I still got a whole bunch to learn, huh? Well, all right, then. Better go track down some leads my own self. That's the spirit. You go get 'em, champ. Before you mosey on down the way, mind, sharing what kind of leads them their leads might be? Huh? But, Chief, you... Come on now, I'm pretty much your editor, ain't I? Can't hold out on the boss. Ooh, come on, Chief, that's cold. I'll give my thoughts after this is all done, but W fucking game, bro. According to what I understood, this is the only one you hadn't played, depending if you played versus... I have not played Layton. That's the only one I haven't played. I played everything else. How's playing your 10th 11th game? This might be one of my favorites. My arm wound has yet to fully heal even now. The bodyguard who inflicted it was a skillful practitioner indeed. I shan't be forgetting him in a hurry. Never mind that now. Time to return to the life of a simple ice cream seller. Although I had been thinking that perhaps crepes would be more my speed. Oh, no rush. I'm sure there'll be time to ponder the matter before my next job comes in. Wow. Sure, you might have knocked me on my butt, wise guy, but I ain't out for the count just yet. I'll be keeping my guard up, looking for an opening, and we'll get out of here. Ain't that right, Teddy? The second the bell rings for the next round, escape shenanigans will come out swinging. Till then, it's training, and more training. Ugh. This, like I said, this might be one of my favorite games, Doug. Oh, not you. Not Frank Saw. It's Saw it. You want to know something? If I'm still planning on becoming a... Sure, I'm still studying every single day. Still up to my elbows in mud. But I guess it suits me better than being a newspaper salesman. I plan to make it my new career when I finally get out of here. What's that? Is my release a few more years away? Now because I helped warn the guard? Good. Good. Ah! What do you think I'm being so nice to these stupid freaking animals? I don't care about the freaking license. I just want to get out of here. Why me? You help the guard, dummy. Music's going in, bro. God, this music's going in. I was so shocked when I learned what Simeon had been up to this whole time. I trust him. I was his boss. Still, can't sit around being sad forever, I guess. The show must go on. Can't let the magic department and the ventriloquy department get the better of us. We'll light up and stage and blow away the competition. And all those awful whatevers. Yeah, I will say, I would have never expected Simeon to be the mastermind, Doug. Never. Must have gotten soft in my old age, haven't I, boy? Yes, I have. 18 years ago, I saved a life, and a troublesome child is still keeping me busy to this day. And now here we are, back in the cage. Well, we'll have company soon at least, won't we, boy? Yes, our friend the pup. Things certainly won't be dull with him around. No, they won't. Aw. Oh, it's these two. Oh, he's still waiting for her. I'm not singing, Doug. My throat's already too cooked, bruh. These two are cute, though. These two are super cute. I'll always be waiting for you, Judy. I'll come visit you every day, just like you and Eddie did when I was here. We have so much to thank him and Mr. Edgeworth for. Most of all, the fact that I get to eat your delicious desserts again, Samson. Oh. And not just you, they gave me permission to keep providing sweet treats to everyone here. I guess spreading the gospel of candy making for all these years is finally paying off. Judy and Samson were cute, man. Man, the fact that Gusto and Gusto's son, the fact that like they really intertwine all these cases, bro. Oh, hello, sweeties. Fancy seeing you here. I owe a great big thank you, you know. Dear old Greggy Peg-like, too, of course. After all, thanks to all of you that I can eat Sammy Poople's sweets again. I'm even thinking of making a lovely medicine out of them. I'm going to call it Snacker's Delight. It makes your stomach so small you can only eat snacks. So you can get skinny as a tent peg, and love every minute. I'm going to make a fortune. Larry! I fucking love Larry, bro. Man, I've met so many beautiful people now. I'm drawing so many beautiful sketches. Lulu isn't the biggest fan of my new work, though. She took one look at my sketchbook and hit me over the head with it. Bam! Just like that. And then she left. Guess that's one less beautiful person in my life now. God damn it, Larry. So, I've got a big decision ahead of me. Do I follow my art or follow my heart? My heart, I mean new girlfriend. You got that right. Fender! I was hoping to be Detective Bad. Oh, look at Fender, Doug. Badster, the Badinator. Seriously, though, thanks for the assist today, good buddy. You want me to talk about IS-7? I'll talk all day. Sounds like that Edgeworth kid is doing good work. Yeah, Miles Reno chose a different path from his old man in the end. A path that means we can't work together, but that won't stop me looking in on him from time to time. You've come pretty far yourself. Holy macaroni. Compliment from a big bad Detective Bad? Am I dreaming? Well, flattery will get you everywhere, old pal. You ever need a little Fender magic? Just say the word. Bring it in. Come on, bring it in. Oh, I forgot about these two. Looks like they'll be letting me off a little easier than I thought for what I did. I guess because I told them I was kind of forced to do it. Yow! Ain't no such thing as easy when it comes to crime, dang fool child. Sorry, Grandma. I still feel awful about it, of course. But I'm just so glad I get to stay out here with you. What's that? You think we should be getting back to work? I guess you're right. Can't keep the dead waiting. Emma. Science saves the day again, huh? Good thing I happen to be around, right? Even if I do have to jump right back on a plane again and go back to Europe. All this flying around is gonna get tiring. Still, it's all part of becoming a first-class forensic investigator. Guess I better get going. Oh, but if you ever need me, just say the word, okay? I'll come running. You know I will. It wasn't really a character I hated in this game, to be honest. Are we getting Francisca? Are we getting to like the main characters? The greater one's father, the greater the pressure to be great. By Eustace Winter, was it? He has chosen his own path now, and he will be tested. Just that I was. Miles Edgeworth chose to live as a prosecutor over how his own father lived. That, too, is a valid answer to the question we've all had to wrestle with. Oh, good on you, Francisca. Even Francisca's starting to learn. Not everything has to be perfect. Just like Fuyuhiko from DR2. I love Fuyuhiko. Him and Peko Peko. Lang! My father hid a secret. Bore a burden. I could only have imagined. I thought only of my family name. He thought of our entire nation. I mean to carry on that legacy, to fulfill his last great wish. Even if our president was an imposter. Even if the real president is long dead. Even if it takes all my effort and all my men's effort, Zhang Fa will rise again. I can't wait for you to see it. Lang. If I had to pick out of the two games who was my favorite, I think Lang was my favorite. Use this! I gave up on the whole the winner thing. Told everybody to stop calling me that. Because I didn't win. My dad did it all for me. I'm gonna start again from scratch. I won't let what he did ruin everything. And pretty soon I'll be better than him and better than Edgeworth, so watch out. Now, first order of business, get a new nickname. Huh. Good on you, Eustace. Good on you, buddy. Well, it was eventful to say the least, but we got it done. And the movie's going down great. I think the murder stories of the gossip magazines might have helped. Big Bad Man emerges from Big Bad Bull. Reveal true face of the monster behind Zhang Va president murder plot. Huh? Wait, this is a picture of you, Mr. Powers. What? But why? Hey, it's not so bad. After all, it'll make people come and see the movie, right? Yeah, I guess. The winner. The killer delivered the bear. Oh. I very much enjoyed the movie, Sean. It's nothing. It wasn't even a big part. The boy who befriended both Taurosaurus and Gordy, they don't come any bigger than that. It was a role you were born to play. You think? Well, it would be cool to be in the sequel, I guess. And I kind of like acting. Hey, can we pick something up before we head back? I want to get some lion lilies for my dad. Of course. And I'll buy some too. For Amelie. For Emily. W. Sean. Phew! Been a few days, huh, sir? Aw, this song. Unbelievably so. How did so many important cases all come along at once? There's never a dull moment when I'm around. Guess I'm just lucky that way. Wait, so all that stuff happened because of you? No, Gummy, how could you say that? Yet, I don't think the good detective is entirely wrong. Okay, what now? Will you be returning to thieving practice? Good question. What? You're not sure? How can I put this? I guess I feel like I've been trying to follow in my father's footsteps this whole time, you know? Trying to become a great thief just like he was. Yatagarasu. Or a Yatagarasu, at least. But watching how this all panned out for you, Mr. Edgeworth, got me thinking that maybe I need to get out from under his shadow and live my own life, too. Just like how you decided not to do the whole attorney thing. It's time to make our own fate. She's right. After all, nothing thrives in the shade. I'm going to be my own hero. That sounds like an admirable plan indeed. I won't be giving up the name, though. Can't not be the Yatagarasu, right? Whatever name you pick, you'll always be K to us, K. And you'll always be a hero. Aw, thanks, Gummy. You'll always be my Gummy, too. You bet I will. And I'll be doing my detective thing just as hard as always. So I'll be counting on you, sir. Yes. I'll be counting on you, too, detective. Just as I've been counting on you these last few days. You've helped us out too many times to mention. I think your next salary review may come as a pleasant surprise. Let's go! Gumshoe's getting a pay raise! Yeah! Finally, he's getting a pay raise. Huh? This is a game about parents. It really is, actually, funny enough. Huh? Wait. You mean... What's the matter? I'm saying I'll see it till you get paid a little more, detective. You will? This is unbelievable, sir. No way. Go Gummy. It's like a dream come true. I can finally leave the instant noodles life behind. But don't think I'll be letting you rest on your laurels. Your work won't be getting any easier. I hope you understand that. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. I'll give you everything I've got. Just you wait and see. You couldn't have ended it better, bro. Fender and Judge Gavelle set me on a new path in life. Fender and Judge Gavelle set me on a new path in life. A path on which I will face down every contradiction that the law has to present. A path at whose end lies the ultimate truth. Can I really do this? I need to give it some serious thought to my bonds. Oh, I almost forgot! What? What is it? I was trying to find the other members from my Yatagarasu team, right? I vaguely remember something about that. I never even found a single one. We were going to be unstoppable in our quest to steal a truth. So much for that little pipe dream. You're kidding, right? You already have a team. Us! Gumshoe was able to get groceries. The end. You got the raise ending. Imagine the phone call between Miles and Phoenix after his badge gets taken away. Literally. Edgeworth calling Phoenix like, hey, you gotta get your badge back, my man. We gotta change this legal system. You're kidding, right? You already have a team. A team that can solve any case the world cares to throw at it. Huh? Yeah, yes I do. The prosecutor, the detective, and the great thief. Between the three of us, we can hunt down the truth, put in the handcuffs, and steal it once and for all. I can't help feeling a little sorry for the truth in that case. As long as the three of us stick together, we got nothing to fear, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Nothing at all. My father followed his own path, right to the end. And now, I follow a path of my own, making two. But not alone. I have some colorful companions to help me. As long as they're beside me, I won't lose my way. It's a new path, and a new me. I'll be walking it as a prosecutor, not an attorney. My father's path and mine are different, but they're not as separate as they may seem. Though the routes differ, the destination is the same. Because of course, both end at the truth. Oh, I hope this is screenshotting, but oh, it's... Oh. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.